Hi, my name is Joseph E from Residential Projects Australia. In this video, I really want to touch on where do most people go wrong when it comes to investing. You know, myself growing up in a lower social economic area, I didn't really have many mentors that, really taught me financially how to become, a really good investor. In actual fact, until I left school and I got my first job, I remember when I was driving into the building that the car that was parked at the front was worth more than the house that I lived in. And I remember having the interview and the person couldn't speak very good English. I later on found out that he was only in the country for 10 years. And he really sold me on, believing in myself and really inspiring me to do better. Anyway, I got the job, I went home, and my parents said to me, "Did you get the job?" And I said, "Yes." And they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I don't know, but I know I got the job." I was that excited. I just really wanted to become financially well off. Later on, as I got to know this gentleman, I asked him, "How'd you make your money?" And he said he made his money through business, but he invested it through property. And he said this to me. He said, "Joe, it's not how much money how much money you earn that really matters, because there's a lot of people out there that earn a lot of money." And I thought at the time, because he was paying me, he said that. But I learned to realize it was very true. In actual fact, it's not even how much money you save, because you put your money in a bank account, you really don't get that much. He said it's how you leverage it that really determines your financial success. He then went on to say, if you're working for money for the rest of your life, you'll just survive. If you can find a way to have money work for you when you don't work, that's true financial freedom. So he made his money through property, and he explained business and property because he knew I was very keen on both sides. He said they're very similar. In business, you have a product or a service. In property, your product is the investment. In business, you have employees. In property, you have tenants. They go to work, come back and pay for your business. In business, you have management. In property, you make sure you select a good property manager so they make sure they maintain the property, pay the rent. If there's any issues, they deal with it. You focus on what you do that's best. But he says where most people go wrong in business, in actual fact, over 80% of people fail in business within the first 2 years, is they get into it emotionally. They don't do the proper research, making sure that the location's the right spot, the demographics meet the service or product that you're offering, and that the profits are really there. In property, it's exactly the same. Most people invest emotionally, and I've made this mistake. I bought my first 3 properties within a 20-minute drive of the area that I lived in. And then in 2002, the Sydney market peaked, and these properties didn't grow for a very long time. And so I just wanted to make sure they cut their grass, paid the rent, but never did that really at all. Lucky I was on a good income, I could continue building my wealth. Where most people go wrong in property is they make emotional decisions. When you invest in property, make sure you base everything on facts, figures, and numbers. Look at the research, look at the demographics, look at the supply and demand, look at the current population, what's the future infrastructure that's going to be put into place. There's many things you need to consider before you just jump in and make these emotional decisions, or investment decisions. That's the way it should be. So at RPA, Residential Projects Australia, we've been in business now for over 20 years, helping everyday Australians replace their income through property investment. Our proven strategy has helped over 6,000 members in over $2.5 billion in transactions. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to grow your wealth, we are offering a 30-minute free discovery session where we sit down with you, identify your goals and objectives, and put you on track, to help you replace your income. If that makes sense, go for it. If you want to give it a go yourself, remember, everything needs to be on facts, figures, and numbers, demographics, supply, infrastructure, employment. Look at the area to make sure you're making the right decision. Until next time, take care and stay safe. Thank you.